Hi everyone, it's Pat. Welcome to the channel. I'm 3 months into my Amazon KDP journey, and today I wanted to share with you guys the results. I've been publishing AI coloring books on Amazon as a side hustle along my full-time job. Hopefully this video will be helpful to some of you who are considering starting and are wondering if it's still worth your time. To kick this off, I wanted to go over my bookshelf just to show you guys how many books I've published and how many books I've been publishing in a given month. So if we check the first month, so we've got October. In October, I've published 7 books, 4 of which were seasonal books, 3 were just generic evergreen. In November, I haven't published any books, so all the sales you're going to see in November were literally the books created a month prior. In December, I've published 2 books. One was a seasonal coloring book, one was just a generic one. Right, so for the month of October, I have made a total of $133 profit. Here you can see the graph. It's been steadily increasing ever since I've started publishing. Sometime around the 20th of October, I believe, I've started running ads. So you can see a significant increase in sales. Now, if we look at the marketplaces I was selling in, it was predominantly United States and UK. That's because I've only been marketing my books in that region. So in November, you can see I've got $206 in sales. Now, if we look at the chart, you can see it's been relatively steady throughout the month. There's been a slight increase towards the end of the month as we were approaching December and the Christmas period. Now, going over to December, you can see that's when the money started coming in. So there's been definitely a huge uptick in sales for the month of December with Christmas approaching. And I've managed to make $567 in profit. Here's what the graph looked like for December. So as you can see, the period approaching to Christmas has been a steady increase, peaking sometime shortly before the Christmas time and then dipping towards the end of the month. Here's the regions that the book sold in. Same as previous months, predominantly US and UK, and some odd sales in other regions. So just looking at the royalties, it's looking quite promising. Now let's head over to the marketing section and see how much I've actually spent on ads to achieve those profits. Right, so here's the figures for the month of October. As you can see, I've started running ads on the 22nd of October. You can see I've spent $93 just for ads in that period. So same sort of deal in the UK marketplace. I started on the 22nd, advertised until the 31st, and I spent £24 on ads. So as you can see, for the month of October, I've actually made a loss. Let's see if it gets any better going forward. Now, as you can see in November, I've only spent $49 on ads. That's because I've drastically dialed down the ad spend. I've been optimizing my ads throughout the month in order to lower the cost per click to achieve a lower ACoS and therefore become more profitable. Also, I switched off all the ineffective ads for the books that weren't getting any sales. In the UK marketplace, I've spent £22 for that period. Same story in the UK marketplace. I've been lowering the cost per click in order to achieve a better ACoS, therefore make my sales more profitable. Finally, we've got December. As you can see, the ad spend for this month has been a bit higher than November. That's because I've published 2 new books and wanted to support them with ads in order to get them ranked. I have then turned those ads off around the middle of the month, where you can see a significant drop in ad spend. In the UK marketplace, you can see I've spent £14 on ads for the month of December. Right, so now I want to summarize our progress. In total, I have published 9 books in the first 3 months of Amazon KDP. 7 have been published in the first month, and then a further 2 books in December. The sales revenue we achieved for October was $133, for November $206, and for December $567. That gives us a grand total of $907 of revenue. But how much of it is actually profit? Right, so if we look at our expenses, every month I pay my subscriptions to Canva and Midjourney, totaling about $52. On top of that, we have the ad spend. The ad spend for the month of October was $135, giving us a total expenses for the month of October of $188. In November, we spent $130. And in December, we've spent $190. Overall, that gives us $509 in just expenses. Now, let's see how much profit did we actually make. As you can see, we made a loss in October. In November, we managed to profit $75. In December, we made $376 profit. That gives us a grand total of $397 profit.
Oh my God! Wow!
So in the first 3 months, I've managed to make almost $400 profit from just 9 AI coloring books. Now, I want to show you how those sales were distributed amongst all the books I've created, because you might find that quite interesting. Here, we can see all the orders for that time period, starting on October 3rd until December 31st, which was the last day of the year. In total, we got 457 orders, and here is how it was distributed amongst all the 9 books that I've created. Can you see an outlier there? So most of my sales came from just one book. You can see I've got some sales from other books that did not bring in much money. Now I'm going to filter by that one successful book, and we're going to see how many orders out of the 457 have actually been from that one book that managed to be successful. So out of 457 orders, 392 orders have been just from that one book. Now that makes you think, am I just a one-hit wonder, or can I repeat the success with other books? However, the journey doesn't end here. I will keep publishing on Amazon KDP, and we will see if we can repeat the success of this book and scale this business even further. If you found this video useful, please drop me a like, give me some feedback in the comments, and consider subscribing if you want to follow along for the journey. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.